Hello, everyone. Reverend Carol here, and I'll be bringing you this Sunday's lesson called Wild Mountain John. And this story is really about choosing to see beauty and goodness, even when things that may not look so beautiful or may not look so good. It's choosing to find the good. And I want to share this Navajo prayer with you. With beauty may you walk. With beauty before you may you walk. With beauty behind you may you walk. With beauty above you may you walk. With beauty below you may you walk. With beauty all around you may you walk. Isn't that a beautiful prayer? It's kind of what our story is about. And the affirmation for our lesson today is, I choose to fill my heart and mind with goodness. And I'm going to affirm that 2 more times. And I hope you'll say that with me. I might even use some arm movements. I choose to fill my heart and mind with goodness. I choose to fill my heart and mind with goodness. All right, the story is about John Muir. When John Muir was a young boy in Scotland, he would explore the ruins of a 1,000-year-old castle with his friends. One day they found a way into the castle dungeon, and John climbed down the wall of a deep, dark pit just to see how deep it really was. For the rest of his life, John loved to climb up. He loved those sunny, open air, and he loved mountains. He moved to America and eventually traveled around the world, seeing all kinds of wild places. Everywhere he went, people were inspired by the way he looked at the world. To John, everything about the natural world was beautiful, and he was happy in it. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and John decided to hike up Mount Shasta. He trudged through snow that was up to his armpits, but the sights and smells of the mountain energized him, and he didn't feel tired. He spent the day in the glory of the mountaintops and found a sheltered place behind some rocks to spend the night. In the morning, John knew a storm was coming, so he gathered some firewood and watched from his secure spot. The storm lasted about a week, and John was glad to be in it. See the snow dance and hear the trees sing songs in the wind. He knew the difference between a pine tree and an oak, and just by the sound the wind made whistling through the branches. Busy little squirrels would stop by and share the shelter for a while and then move on. John would study the snow crystals and smell the changes in the wind, content to be a part of the mountain. The mountain goats didn't mind his presence as they came out of the wind for a while and then jumped over the rocks on their way. He had a bag of bread to eat, and John felt no need to hurry home, to worry, or to complain. There's a little blue-gray bird called an ouzel that John said was one of his favorite mountain companions. An ouzel was a water-loving bird that John would watch for long hours during his wilderness journeys. The ouzel dives into rushing mountain streams and swims down into the ice-cold water for food. When other birds are huddled together, away from the harsh wind, the ouzel will sing joyfully, untouched by any changes in the weather. John's heart would sing joyfully no matter the conditions he found himself in, just like that ouzel. John could spend days sitting quietly in the companionship of the trees, the plants and flowers, and the creatures of the wilderness. His heart and mind were so filled with beauty, joy, and wonder, there was no room for anything else. He said the same power and energy flowed through everything in the universe. So everything we see is connected to everything we can't see. John knew everyone couldn't wander the forest and sit comfortably in a storm, but he believed everyone should be able to experience the wilderness, even just a little bit. He knew it would uplift their minds and gladden their hearts. He said the sun shines not on us, but in us. The rivers flow not past, but through us. So John spent a great deal of his time sharing what he knew about the natural world and helping people to understand how important it is to keep some wilderness areas wild for many years to come. John's ability to see beauty everywhere inspired many people, including the American President Teddy Roosevelt. President Roosevelt started our national park systems after spending time with John in the wilderness. John Muir said he lived only to entice others to look at nature's loveliness. Do you think it'd be difficult to be stuck in a storm for days? I do, especially a snowstorm. How do you think John stayed cheerful through difficult circumstances? Is it because he chose to see the good, the beautiful? I think so. John said another word for God is beauty. What do you think he meant? Well, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, today's story, and that today that you will see beauty everywhere. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and know that we love you, we miss you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Namaste.